tequileros, today is tequila time. Are you ready for a tasting adventure? Come join me to taste for the very first time Tequila Corralejo. If you are new to my channel, welcome and nice to meet you. My name is Rocio, a Mexican former flight attendant that is super passionate about Mexico, tequila, and aviation. So those are the three topics that you will see the most in this channel. So here at home, we have always been very enthusiastic of tequila, but we also happen to prefer the smaller brands, the artisanal, familiar brands that you can usually only get in Tequila Town. I have of course tasted commercial bigger brands, but I always prefer to go for the smaller, lesser known brands. But today I'm doing something different. This is a brand that you will find that many Mexicans are super familiar with. Corralejo is a brand of tequila that we have heard about, for sure, and most likely we are familiar with the blue bottle. At least I know that I haven't seen the white or the red very often before. It's usually the blue one. This tequila is not made in Jalisco, which is the place that I immediately think that tequila is from, but from Pénjamo, Guanajuato. The appellation of origin law allows 5 different states to produce tequila, and Guanajuato is one of them. Corralejo is also a kind of young brand. It was revived by Don Leo Rodriguez Moreno in 1994. The bottle is super cute. I love it. I really think it's a beautiful design, and the color is just gorgeous. But today we're gonna be reviewing the content, not the bottle, not the brand. And I promise you that I will give you my most honest opinion and review on it. Because well, this is not sponsored, so I don't have a reason to be nice to them. The bottles that I have here are the 100 millimeters ones. So they are super tiny compared to a regular bottle of 750 milliliters. But I wanted to taste them first and then decide if I like one of them enough to buy, the regular bottle. The proper way of tasting a tequila is with an open glass. Something similar to this. This is a champagne flute, but there is actually a proper tequila glass. And just a very quick review of how we are supposed to taste tequila is that we have to smell it first. Then we are gonna breathe in, hold your breath, take a big sip, turn it around your mouth for a few seconds, swallow, breathe out, everything while we try to identify smells, taste, and aftertaste. I'll start with the Blanco. Blanco is a kind of tequila that hasn't touched the barrel. It doesn't have any kind of aging. Now let's smell it. It has a smell that is kind of sweet and smoky. It comes from the agave roasting, from the ovens. Sweet and smoky, I like it. It has a good smell. Now I will taste it. Remember the process. It is a 38 volume alcohol, so it's a strong tequila, like most of them. It has a very nice smokiness in it. I guess that they are using traditional ovens, not autoclaves, because I feel a tingly sensation in my tongue that it's actually quite long lasting. It's still in my tongue. It's very strong still. I like that. Although it did burn a little bit more than I was expecting it while swirling around my tongue, which kills a little bit the taste. Blancos are supposed to be fresh and herbal, kind of grassy, and that you're supposed to taste the raw agave kind of flavor, and I didn't get that much from this one. A tiny little bit grassy, the aftertaste, but not so much the taste. Now, I'm very excited about the Reposado because it's the one that I am more familiar with, at least visually. So let's go for the blue bottle. Breaking the seal, open the bottle. I did a little research on this, and this is a kind of young reposado. It has only 4 months in the barrel, so I am expecting very few notes from the barrel and a stronger taste similar to the Blanco. It's a beautiful light yellow. Now let's go for the smell. Don't think I like the smell of this one. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't smell good. Smells like humidity. I don't know, it's something like that. And it's not the glass because it's exactly the same one that I used for Blanco. I just cleaned it, so it's not the glass. Okay, didn't like the smell at all. It's weird. Maybe the taste is better. I don't know. Ugh. Okay. Ugh. Nope. I didn't like it. I'm sorry. Taste exactly how it smells. The thing that comes to my mind is like moldy bread. It has like a earthy flavor, but not a good one, you know? I did feel a tiny little bit of vanilla while I was swirling around. I just didn't like it. It has a bitter aftertaste. Was a little bit bitter, not that much, and it doesn't last as long as the Blanco did. Thank God. I know that if I am not a big fan of the Blanco, usually Reposado, Añejo, and Extrañejo are not gonna be greater, but I want to think that maybe the barrel and the time will give them something extra that was missing from the Blanco. I forgot to mention, but I am cleansing my palate in between one tequila and the other one by drinking a little bit of water, you know, like rinsing my mouth to get rid of the previous taste and be able to judge it by itself. Let's try finally Añejo. It's a little bit darker than the other one, but I tend to think of Añejos with a much darker color. That's what happens when you have a very young Añejo, barely 12 months in the barrel. Let's get ready. This one smells good. It has honey kind of notes in the smell. It's sweet, but it's subtle. I like it. And I also get a lot of the smokiness from the Blanco in the smell of this one. This one smells good. What happened to that Reposado? I don't know. Okay, so here we go. Oh boy, this one feels harsher than the other ones. The tingling sensation in my tongue is super strong. While swirling, it almost burned, and now that I swallowed, it's a little bit burning, but more like tingling in my tongue. I'm guessing that's because it didn't spend that much time in the barrel. It didn't have time to really tame the power of the tequila, but the taste was much better than Reposado. I really don't know what happened with that Reposado. That was horrible. But the Añejo is not bad. It had a very caramel-like flavor, but not super sweet, more like a burnt salty caramel kind of flavor, you know? A little bit bitter because it's a little bit burnt, but it's not super strong. It's actually adding to the flavor, not ruining the flavor. I actually like Añejo much better than Blanco. Well, we're not even gonna be talking about Reposado anymore. I believe that this tequila with half a year more in the barrel would be actually very good. I don't think it's gonna make it to my top 5, but it would be much better with a little bit more time in the barrel. The aftertaste is a little bit weird. I still feel the smokiness in my tongue, but not super intense. Although in the back of my throat, I do have a lightly bitter taste, like charcoal kind of flavor. It's not bad, it's in a good way, you know, like an enhancer of the taste. I have to be completely honest, I don't think I will be buying a full-size bottle of any of these ones. So to be fair, I can say that my first time trying Corralejo was definitely not what I expected. As always, I hope that you have enjoyed this video and you can give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I know that many of you are watching me and are not subscribed. Don't forget to click on the bell to get notifications every time that I upload a new video. Next one is gonna be a movie reaction. And also the next episode for Mexico Piece by Piece, Estado de Mexico. That was everything for today. Tequila Princess out. Bye!